Alright guys, today I'm going to teach you how to carry as a Yone top lane. If any one of you is interested in Yone mid lane instead, I can do a video on that as well, but this time I played top lane. I'm going to show you guys in which elo I played on this match. It was in Season 9 Gold 1, Season 11 Gold 2, and Season 10 I didn't even rank in. But anyways, it's pretty much Gold rank, but because I was unranked, you can see it was also Silver, so the players I played against are something in between Silver and Platinum. So it's very likely where most of you guys are in. Anyways, let's get into the game. I'm laning against Akali, which is a rough matchup for Yone, but I'm not going to go through the laning phase on this video. Laning can be a topic for another video in the future. This video is purely macro based. I will assume you have a lead in the early and won your lane, and this video is going to show you what to do afterwards instead of inting like a headless chicken. Right now we are pretty much even, both level 7 and no gold lead on either side, but the death timers are finally long enough to get a lead through kills. That's why I'm fighting here. I want to build a lead out of this kill and thereby snowball the entire game, just by killing her once at the right timing. After I kill her, I need to farm the wave as fast as possible and get the platings. With the additional XP that I get here, that she does not because she's dead, I'm going to have a 2 levels lead on her, and in fact levels do matter more than items. Being higher level than the other player is the actual key to 1v9 a game. Once she wasted her energy, we can just dive her because of the lead we have by now. She likely can't do anything against it and is just going to get us further ahead. It's very important to take these kind of risks and try to snowball your laner as hard as possible by taking any chance to kill your opponent. That way you build up the best possible lead to 1v9 the game. I wanted to go top lane, but my mid laner decides to waste his TP, so I'm going to go bot lane instead. It doesn't matter which lane we're on, because no objectives are up. Usually you always want to be on the opposite side of the objective. If Drake is up, be top. If Baron is up, be bot. That's because of your TP advantage. Also, we should be just farming on a side lane right now and not grouping mid or whatever else your team will think to do. My team, as example, went mid for no reason to force something we can get. That's why we don't group with them. But we do want to clear the enemies up and get as much as possible, but don't die while doing so. Just try to get a kill or two as fast as possible and get out again. Once you are extremely fat and over level, you can start forcing with your team. I did this specifically at minute 19 because it means Baron is going to spawn in a minute. With the missing inhibitor, they are pressured to stay near the base. That way we can get Baron a lot easier and Baron will be the end of the game. That's why we try to get Baron at minute 20 and end the game instead of possibly throwing for no reason at all. Your team will likely overstay. They might even die if they stay. In this case I was just lucky that they were ahead too, but usually your average team will die after this move. That's why you need to secure Baron all by yourself if they don't listen to pings. So what I do here is resetting, getting items and going for solo Baron while my team distracts them in their base. The enemy team is unlikely to check it because they see my entire team bot, and even if they check, I can kill pretty much anyone on the team. After the Baron, there's only one thing left to do: force fights and finish the game. That's it. But this only covers how to win if you have a lead, not if you are behind. That's another topic that works entirely different and is played a lot different. That's why I don't include it here, but we'll do a short video about it too. Playing from behind requires a lot more macro play and is a lot harder to play than with a lead. As you can see, playing with a lead is extremely easy and will end 10 out of 10 times as a 20 minutes game, if executed properly. A few additional tips I can give that aren't related to the footage I have. Don't group with your team, it will put you behind. Also, it increases the possibility to fuck up, because you're not on your own anymore, but with other people. If your team dies while you split, most of the times it's better to keep splitting instead of going to base. Even if you base, you likely can 1v5 them, but the death timer shouldn't be long enough for them to end the game. Your team will ping and flame you, but that's okay. Ignore them, there's a reason why they are low elo after all. If you push, you create pressure, they will have to send people towards you. This prevents them from further pushing or even doing Baron. If they send 1 or 2, you will likely be able to kill them and maybe even get an inhibitor. If you struggle with the enemy jungler ganking you, there's a very simple trick to understand the basics of jungle pathing without learning how to jungle. Just look at where your jungler is. The jungler is very likely at the opposite side of the map, because most of the times the junglers are mirrored. If your jungler is bot and the enemy jungler's red is soon up, he's very likely top side and is likely to gank top. Just play safe for a minute or two. Drakes are not nearly as important as lower elo players make you think. They tend to throw games over Drakes while they literally aren't game-changing. Don't TP for a useless Drake, rather get that tier 2 turret, which gives you 600 gold. The only really important objectives are Baron and Elder Drake. Always take TP, don't take Ignite. Without TP, you're not able to play a proper top lane macro game, because it requires you to be on the opposite side of the objective to create pressure, but still have the opportunity to join the fight if needed. Also, Ignite puts you on a heavy level disadvantage, but you need the level advantage to win. Always remember, ADCs are dead meat. Even if the enemy Caitlyn is extremely fat, you can likely kill her if you have Shield Bow and Infinity Edge. Always try to aim for the squishies. Specifically for Yone, please don't use your ultimate as initiation. It's a super slow spell and extremely easy to sidestep. It should be basic knowledge by now. Learning matchups is the most important thing on top lane. If you struggle with any champion on lane, play the champion a couple of times so that you understand him. If you understand a champion, it's a lot easier to play against him and find counter strats. I hope you liked the video and I hope I was able to help you win more games in the future. See you on the next one.